work environments, as we've talked about before, are becoming more and more diverse. You have some teams using a waterfall approach, others taking an agile approach, and just about anything in between, lots of hybrid work methodologies. Are you seeing that trend? How are you seeing it? And if so, how are you navigating it there at Office Depot?
Yes, absolutely. I think the biggest trend that we're seeing from our senior stakeholders in the business is that there is a massive assumption that agile means fast, and we have to manage that quite carefully to reframe that mindset that it is speedier, but what we need to be focusing on is delivering effective and efficient results. So certainly that's what we're experiencing here. The two things when we were building this framework was that we didn't try and crowbar the current process framework that we had in place for traditional methods into agile, because it just doesn't work. We had to find a framework that complemented agile, that allowed for that cycle of regular delivery to still happen, but providing our senior stakeholders with the same reporting and confidence in data that they were receiving for a traditional delivery method. Our portfolio, we accommodate all. So we have our direct side of the business, our e-commerce side, which delivers solely in an agile method using e-commerce. We've got our operations side of the organisation that we support in their change portfolio for delivering customer service platforms, and that's in a traditional way. And then we have the warehouse management system, which we've recently upgraded, and we had a combination on one project using both. So the framework has had to be really fluid and flexible with the core requirements of that PMO success delivery measure in place. So, we're not there yet. I have to say, we're learning as we go, for sure.
So it's not an understatement to say you've seen it all when it comes to
we have adapted to a lot, yes, for sure. And I'm sure I haven't seen it all.
Well, just on that note, let me take a pause here for just a moment and explain a little more fully what we mean when we say agile portfolio management, because as Ruth described, this need to encompass these different work styles and embrace change while still placing the right bets, turning quickly, delivering faster. That's given rise to this new approach to portfolio planning, which we at KeyedIn call agile portfolio management. And the principle is essentially this: taking those agile principles that, for 20 years have assisted project execution and applying those to top-down portfolio planning. If you think of a traditional model, an annual planning cycle, where change is the enemy, you're more focused on deadlines, staying under budget and on time, and you have a very structured team. An agile approach, a word that's been used on this panel, takes a more fluid, a more iterative approach to those things. No less structured, no less amount of due diligence and governance, as we'll talk about, but it takes an iterative approach that focuses on continuous delivery, that is outcome focused and benefits focused, with a more flexible approach to resourcing. So just think applying agile principles that have been helping our on the ground execution teams for 20 years and applying those to top down portfolio planning.